Thanks, Rebecca and Jacob. And might I add, those muffins do indeed look delicious. Welcome back to the Daily Iowan Sports Studio, everybody. Cody Goodwin here. Plenty on tap tonight, including more football coverage, getting you ready for another Cy-Hawk battle on Saturday night, and learn about more of the American Outlaws, the support group for the U.S. men's national team, where we begin tonight's coverage. That's right, the U.S. men's national soccer team clinched a berth in the 2014 World Cup last night with a 2-0 win over Mexico. A local chapter of the American Outlaws, a nationwide supporter group for the team, was there. Kevin Glick has more info on what they're all about.
Football is a popular sport this time of year, but a different kind of football is gaining popularity right here in Iowa City. I'm talking about soccer. And while the Iowa Hawkeyes have Hawks Nest, the U.S. national team has the American Outlaws, a group of superfans who follow them around the world.
American Outlaws Iowa City is a group of guys and girls that have come together to support the U.S. men's national team and also the U.S. women's national team.
Not having a soccer stadium in Iowa City hasn't encouraged support in town. The local AO chapter goes to bars like Two Dogs Pub or Donnelly's Pub to watch games.
The United States is a big place, and Iowa City just happens to be one place in our big country. And the national team just isn't for Columbus, it just isn't for New York City, it just isn't for Seattle. American Outlaws is for Iowa City as well.
It's a great group. These guys have spirit. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, so the camaraderie of the American people is amazing here.
The Outlaws don't just watch games in town. Members have been traveling to games in Seattle, Mexico City, and last night's game in Columbus, where they took in the win and even got to celebrate with members of the U.S. team after they clinched their spot in Rio. Whether it be watching a heartbreaking game or watching the celebration happen right below them, the American Outlaws in Iowa City will be right behind their Stars and Stripes. Kevin Glick, Daily Iowan TV.
Thanks for that, Kevin. We move now from European football to American football, where it's rival week. Saturday night brings yet another Cy-Hawk battle between the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones, and we've been ramping up our coverage ahead of the big game. Tonight, our very own Chelsea Brown caught up with defensive lineman Carl Davis to discuss what Saturday's game means to him.
Chelsea Brown standing alongside Carl Davis. And Carl, Ferentz in his press conference said you've gained over 100 snaps this season. So how are you gaining confidence from game to game?
Really, I don't know. I'm just playing every down. I didn't even know I played 100 snaps until I came in today. I'm just trying to get better every play. Every play I'm out there, and I'm surprised myself, and it's something I take pride in right now, to be able to play more than I ever have before. And I just want to be able to help the team win as best as possible.
And not coming out on top the last two Cy-Hawk series, what does this game mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. I'm a winner. I like to win, and so is our program. We want to be a winning program, and it means a lot. We want to get that trophy back and be able to celebrate. It's nothing like running to that sideline to go get that trophy. We felt that last year versus Minnesota, and we was out there to go rush the sideline to get the trophy, and we want to be able to do it again this year and get that feeling back.
All right, thanks, Carl, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Chelsea, as always. And now we welcome in our own Jordan Cabialis, who will be calling the game on Saturday for the student radio station KRUI right here in Iowa City. Now, Jordan, pivotal game for both schools, a lot of hatred between the fan bases. Just how important is this game for both sides?
Well, you said it. It's a rivalry game. There's a trophy involved. It's going to be big. But I think it goes beyond that for both schools. For Iowa State, you're coming off that loss week 1 to UNI. You haven't played since. You've got your bye week early. They've had plenty of time to really have that sink in and to think about it. You want to kind of build on that success. You want to clean things up. You know, Jake Rudock, we've seen him throw some interceptions. You know, you want to start to clean that up. He hasn't been bad. He's thrown for 400-plus yards. He's run for 3 touchdowns. He's thrown 1, which is more than we could say about Vandenberg at this point last year. But you want to continue to build on that. I think the ceiling on him is really high.
Pivotal definitely for both sides. Now tell us, Jordan, for the Hawkeyes specifically, what are the keys to game on Saturday?
Well, you want to run your type of football, and that's running the football. You've got 4 running backs, use them. You know, we know by now Wiseman is a very good running back. You've got Garmin, you've got Kanzeri. Incorporate all of them into this running game. I don't think the Iowa State defensive line is really going to, put a stop to that this weekend. So you want to keep running that ball, and don't be afraid to go to the air either, because as I mentioned, when Rudock has thrown the ball, he's thrown it with some success. Now, granted, a lot of them are short passes, but he's completed 61% plus of those passes, and he's gone deep multiple times in these first 2 games as a starter. And then you want to, like I said, clean things up. 100 yards in penalties last week against Missouri State. You don't want that to happen again. They were unnecessary penalties. Calm down, clean things up, and get back on that winning streak. They've lost the last 2 to Iowa State. You want to get back on that. Kirk Ferentz just 6-8 against the rival school.
A clean running attack for Iowa will likely be the key, as is always historically a good running attack from Iowa leads to success. That's all we have here today, but be sure to tune in tomorrow for our daily Iowan pregame coverage as the Hawkeyes look to stop the skid against the Cyclones. Rebecca and Jacob, back to you at the desk.